We want to thank everyone for joining today for our quick webinar on the ease of MedVision software. So thanks for joining us this afternoon. Again, MedVision is a fairly new player in the US simulation market. We've been around for about 10 years globally, but we've really just been making a footprint in the US for the past couple of years. We really pride ourselves on our realism, our versatility, and our durability. Also, we're really proud of how quickly that we can make changes to products. We listen to customers, we work with healthcare practitioners and simulationists, and we're really able to quickly make changes to the product based on your input and your suggestions. Our software is, users say it's one of the most intuitive and easy they've ever used. It's really easy to plug it in, turn it on, and get going. You really don't need a learning curve. If you've been using another vendor's software or you're new to simulation, we believe there's really no learning curve. It will be very easy, plug and play. And it's also easy to adapt to your curriculum. Our software package includes, you can see here, Instructor tablet, scenario builder, patient monitor, debrief viewer, CPR performance tracker, virtual manual defibrillator, virtual anesthesia machine, and 20 plus scenarios. What Bradley will be talking about today is the Instructor software, the scenario constructor, and talk a little bit about debriefing. And I mentioned Bradley. He is our SimTech who is located at our MedVision headquarters located in Tampa. He has a degree in biology with a focus on molecular biology, biochemistry, and bioinformatics. He's been a SimTech with Johns Hopkins, and that's where he learned a lot of simulation experience working with different vendors, different mannequins. So he's really an asset to our team. His focus is to increase the quality of patient care by assisting in the development of our simulators to be the most versatile and high fidelity on the market. And so I will now turn it over to Bradley.
All right, hello everyone. Again, I am Bradley. I will be showing you our Instructor software. So this is our Instructor software for our infant patient simulator, so our MIA. All of our softwares are universal, so it looks exactly the same, just with different icons in the middle and a few different capabilities depending on which mannequin you have. So just a lot of our software is just press and play. So if you want to go into this brains tab here, you can change the muscle tone of our Mia. She does move, so you can make her arms and legs move active, limp, or have seizures. Fontanelle, also you could just change by just clicking, and you'll see all of it pop up into the action log down in the bottom right. And you can continue to go through all of these with just a click of a button. You can just turn all these things on or turn them off. Vocal sounds, easy to get to. Just scroll through the pages and choose which sound you want to come through the mannequin. Our pediatric has more sounds and our adult has more phrases. You can change the skin appearance. Everything is just, like I said before, press and play. Software, it's pretty intuitive. So one thing is our auscultation. You can choose from a library of different auscultation sounds for heart, lungs, and bowel sounds. You can also get a more in-depth view. So with our other simulators, there'll be a little bit more going on here. So if you want certain heart sounds to come from certain valves, or if certain lung sounds to come from certain like certain size of the lungs, you can make that do here in the more sounds tab and then activate it. And then again, it will pop up into the action log down here. So a lot of the stuff you can just press and move with dials. So just like this, resistance of the lungs, you could change with just moving the dial. Same thing with the compliance, and you can change the chest rise to apnea or periodic here. Now, if you want to change the heart rate itself, you can just click on the wavelength and then scroll through the library of different heart rhythms we have here. They're all in alphabetical order except for sinus rhythm, which is at the top to make it easier for you. So if we were to put it into, let's say, VFib, press apply, then of course the vitals change accordingly. It's recorded into the action log, and then we have our CPR feedback tool down here. So CPR feedback tool on this one will show you the depth that you're compressing, the rate that you're compressing, how many ventilations you give on the mannequin, and how many times you shock. For our pediatric and our adult mannequins, you'll have another icon here which shows you your hand placement to let you know if your hand placement's higher than it should be or right in the right spot. Then over here, you'll see the depth and the rate go along this graph here. So if we want to switch it back to sinus rhythm, you can also put a delay transition time. So if you want to transfer it, if you want the rhythm to transfer from VFib to sinus rhythm over 10 seconds, you can press 10 seconds and then press apply. And after 10 seconds, it should slowly transition into sinus rhythm. So if you want to change the heart rate as well, you can just go into here and move the dial. So move the dial and select the heart rate, or you can just click the number and then enter it manually. So we'll say 1. Then again, you can add a delay. So we try and make our softwares easy to use, so anybody with zero simulation experience or someone with years of simulation experience can still have this easy to use software and still know how to use it and learn how to use it as well. So again, you can change SP2, ETCO2 with all just a click of a button. So things down here, this is our defibrillation tab. So it's a cool little feature we have going on here. So we have a running rhythm and a waiting rhythm. So if this running rhythm was, again, VFib, then you put the waiting rhythm, VFib, and then the waiting rhythm is sinus rhythm. Down here, you'll see defibrillation. So quantity, this is our area where you can choose how many times you want the learners to shock. So in this case, it'll be 4. If they shock 4 times, it'll automatically switch to whatever the rating with them is. It's a cool little feature. You can add the energy and the current as well. So, and then this is customizable throughout the whole entire scenario so that you can change it if you want them to keep going or if you kind of just want to hurry them up. Action log, everything that is done on the instructor side and the learner side will pop up in here, and it will all pop up in your debriefing as well. You can also add comments. So if they did good, bad, excellent, or error, attention, you can just do quick little comments there, or you can say, add a customized one. So very good. And then enter it there, and it will pop up at the appropriate timestamp as well. Up here, again, you have our pause, or play, pause, and stop, and then restart. Just a quick restart if you want to just go back to whatever the beginning of the scenario was. This is to speak as the patient, so you'll press and hold it and speak into the microphone of the computer, and then your voice will be projected through at the mannequin. Over here, we have fast transfers. So if you want to go from an APGAR score of 10 to an APGAR score of 4 really quickly, just click on APGAR score of 4 and then press activate, and all the vitals will change accordingly, just to make it a little bit easier so you're not going through each vitals and pressing them one by one. Other things over here, you see these 3 horizontal lines. We have a connections tab. So in this tab, it will tell you everything that is connected. So right now we don't have the mannequin connected since we're just showing the software, but if it was connected, it would have a green check and then a battery life. The bedside monitor or the vital signs will also have a green check to let you know that they're connected as well. And you can attach an external camera to record for your debriefing as well. So once you're finished all that, you would click the stop button, and it gives you 3 options to restart, go to, or finish, just go to the main screen, or you can go to debriefing. So I'll show you our debriefing system now. So the longer your scenario runs, the more time it will take to load the debriefing. And if you had a video, a camera hooked up for video, you would see that right here in the middle of the screen. All this stuff on here is the action log on this left side of the screen. So you can press play, the vitals will go, your video will start playing, you'll hear the audio, and everything will be running in real time. So with this, you can just jump around between any different timestamps. There's also a button right here to filter out everything that the instructor did, so you only see what the students have done on the mannequin themselves. And then you can also just press down here to jump, and you see little icons at the top, so you can jump. So if you want to see this auscultation, what they did, you can jump easily to there. You can also change the lines where you can see all the CPR feedback here. You can zoom in so you can get a real close view for it. There. And then the timestamps at the bottom there as well. So the description tab up here just tells you everything that you have pre-programmed in the scenario. So if you had the descriptions, the outlines of and the debriefings of the patient, it would all be here. They can see what the objective of the exercise was supposed to be, and then you can judge the students on how well they perform the tasks. Then we have a CPR tab, so we keep count of the number of compressions, ventilations, defibrillations you did, and it gives you an overall score here. So it's another tool for testing students just to see how they did with compressions and all that good stuff for ventilations and defibrillation as well. So if you go up here, you can open up another debriefing system. It'll take you to automatically where you would pick another file. You can print out the results, or you can just press close. You have the ability to create a new scenario, so one from scratch, or you can open up a pre-existing one and edit it and make it your own. So we give you over 20 pre-programmed scenarios, which are just kind of a big overview of certain things you'll see in hospital settings. So if you wanted to just go into there, you can go into manual and then pick one and then edit it that way. If you want to start a new one, you just press new. You can name it, and then we'll name it test. Choose the patient type. So since it's a baby, we'll go with a baby. Then choose the scenario type. So automatic, manual, or a theme. You can choose. We'll just keep it automatic. So press OK. So you'll come to this screen, and then you have this box. So to move this box, you want to click it once, click again, and drag it. So you can move it wherever you want and make a nice little tree of the scenario. So to edit the scenario, you want to press this pencil in the top right corner here, and just press that. You can change the state name, add a little description, and then you can change the vitals how you please. So if we want to change the heart rhythm, so we'll go to VFib, press OK. All the changes that you make will pop up in this box here for you to confirm them. And then when you're done with those changes, you can just press OK. And then that state is good. To add a new state, you'll see this big red button that says add new state. You click it once, and then click this and drag it to wherever you'd like. Then you can edit this one as well the same way. We'll just keep it sinus rhythm to make it simple. So when you're done that, press OK. So to make it go from one state to another, you want to click the first state and drag your mouse to the second state, and then a trigger will pop up. The triggers are everything the students do in order to make it go from one state to another. And then you can add as many as you need at any order or in a specific order. So press the pencil on the top right corner, you can add a description. we can just go down here and press the add button. So you can add these things in a specific order. So if you want them to do things in a specific order, in order to progress, you can have it do that way, or they can do the things at any time, and it'll still progress the scenario. So to go from VFib to sinus rhythm, things you should probably do is start CPR. Just say CPR. We'll just say check pulse. Then we'll add another one anytime. We'll say, just pick a random one. We'll go with measure SpO2. So we'll do that, press OK, and then those triggers will pop up here again for you to check and make sure you have all of the ones that you want. Now to make it go from one state to another over a period of time, you will just add a new state and then drag it to wherever. And then to make it go from the initial state to state number 2, you'll go here in the top right corner again, you press the pencil. At the bottom left here, you'll see next state. And then they have a drop-down menu and you can choose which state you wanted to go to. So state 2. So if I wanted to go from state 1 to state 2, or initial state to state 2 in 30 seconds, I would put in 30 seconds and then press OK. And then after 30 seconds, it will automatically go to state number 2. Now, when you're done creating the scenario, you can make it as convoluted as you want. However much time you put into it, the more smooth the scenario is going to run. So you can think of many different branches. So if they do something right, it can go this way. If they do something wrong, it can go this way. And then you can have that branch off into many different outcomes. Now, if you want to save it, you just come up here, press save as. It will automatically take you where you need to save it. Then you'll just name it and then press save, and it will be saved and ready for you to run in the scenario. So, and that is our software. That's our Instructor software, our debriefing system, and our scenario constructor software. Again, it's all exactly the same for all of our mannequins. And we make it that way so it's a lot easier for everyone to use. You're not, trying to learn so many different things for just one company. It's all the same. It's all universal, and it's can be used no matter what simulation experience level you have. So I'll toss back to Marianne.
Thank you, Bradley. You did a great job. And we are right on time. And I appreciate it very much. You're very informative. And I would just invite people to, I lost myself too. Anyway, we're at medvisionsem.com on the web, and we are on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. And we hope to connect with you soon. Thanks for joining us today.